Hello, good morning. This is Glisette again, and I'm doing a reading this morning. It's very early in the morning. I don't know why I got up so early. So today, I'm going to change the format a little. I already asked for what is it that universe wants to talk about, and it seems it wants to talk about the closing of a cycle. I think the last time we were talking about some realization, some light within that we would search for, like the hermit started with the hermit the last time. So this is completion of a cycle, and I really see this card in my mind in a different way. It's like a spiral through the universe. It's like an energetic portal when we've completed a whole cycle and we're waiting to move to the other side of that portal. It's really like a movement of the earth throughout the universe. It's really a spiral. It's not static. It's not going round. It's really going in a spiral like our DNA. So that's the way I really look at it. There's the 4 elements, which means mastering or completion of a cycle. This is the last card of the major arcana. So it's really the completion of that voyage that we do psychologically many times throughout our lives. So we're talking about the completion of a cycle, and then the other cards that come up is the Ace of Swords, which is enlightenment, understanding, and epiphany. Because in order to transcend whatever it is that we've been going through in our lives and to close cycles, we need to understand. We need to understand that there was a reason for these things to happen, and the way these events have make us probably grow and become better people. Because every time you're confronted with conflict, with an episode in your life that's a karmic episode, something negative, we only have 2 choices. One choice is to go down into despair, bitterness, desire for vengeance, becoming, a worse human being because of what happened. And your only other option is to reach within you, like the hermit, go into the darkness, look for that light, and bring it forth into your conscience so you can become a better person. So this is probably the culmination of what we were talking the last time. So the other card that came out, because I usually ask for 3 cards for guidance about what it is that we want to talk, it's the Wounded Warrior. So this is the theme. The theme is about overcoming something that hurt you, that may make you defensive. But as long as you're defensive, you're not really healed. You need to go into the other level of this and transcend it so you can become whole again, and you can really choose how you act in the world. When we're acting from our wounds, we are reacting. It's not an action, it's a reaction. It's an unconscious cycle. So we need to bring this forth, heal it. You'll have the experience from what you went through, but we need to transcend it, okay? We all go through these cycles in life, and we all go through these processes, so it's nothing new. But it seems like there's a lot of people doing that at this moment. There's a lot of many planets right now in one side of the chart, in one part of the chart, with a lot of energy, and there's been some astrological aspects like eclipses, sun and moon eclipses, that have been leading into a lot of healing, which we need. Let's see what else Spirit wants to talk about. So we need to understand, and in order to understand, you can't be reactive. You can't be... See, these 2 cards, this is when you are trapped by your own mind, your thoughts, the way you look at things. And then the Hangman, which is another major arcana, is about also like the hermit in a way, going down into ourselves and looking at things in a different way. Okay, see, if you look at her, even though she's surrounded by swords, it's open. She can leave, and she's loosely tightened with that whatever rope it is, and she can take it off. She can walk away, but she's trapped by her own thoughts, the way she looks at things. Okay, and then if you look at the Hangman, he's upside down. Of course, this is also a card of sacrifice, or where we've been through a dark night of the soul. But that sacrifice and it being upside down, see the light around his head, can bring us enlightenment. It might not be completely there yet, because he has to get out of that position and to really grasp the whatever he learned, but it's right there. Okay, so it's all leading into the same. I think that what it's really talking about is that process is going to end, and you are the only one that can end that process by accepting what happened. When you resist, things persist. So acceptance of what's going on, acceptance even of your own wounds, because sometimes we go through life without accepting our pain. Like, we try to put our pain and the things that hurt us into a drawer and close that drawer, thinking that, okay, I need to survive, I need to go on. But then with time, it's full of things that are starting to smell, and it's baggage that we need to let go. So going down and really experiencing those emotions and understanding that, well, they made us stronger in a way, that it is what it is. You can't change what is. You can change your future. That's what you can change. You cannot change what happened before. You can learn your lessons and not go back and do the same things. But letting go is so important, and it's part of our growth process. There's no growth without pain in the way we live in our lives, in humanity as a whole. It's the chosen path, until you realize that you can learn through love, which is a very different path, and we can choose to learn through love. But that happens after, we're tired of going through the same things over and over and over again. Okay, let me see if there's anything else. Okay, just one more. Yeah. So maybe one of the things that you learned from all this process is to stand your ground, that you need to stand your ground. If you look at him, he's in a position of power because he is higher than the other ones, and he's just standing his ground. Alexa, shut down. So that's it for that part of the reading. Let me go to the other cards, the cryptic ones that I like. And I like them because they're abstract. Actually, they're not as straightforward as the White Rider, and I don't know, gives me more room for really projection and exploring symbols and getting a less defined aspect of the situation by the mainstream cards. Okay, so just see, interesting. 8 of Cups. See all those broken cups? I think we saw that in a previous reading. Yeah, that's the things from the past that we need to heal and let go. These are all our broken emotions. From the 8 of Cups, there goes the 9 of Cups, which is a card of wish fulfillment, and it's where all these cups plus an additional one have been processed and they are healed and they are in a higher place. We need to go back and process all these emotions if we want to get to the 9 of Cups and eventually to the 10 of Cups, which is a card of celebration. It's all dealing with emotions. So this cycle, what you're really dealing with is old emotions, disappointments, pain from your past, or recent past, but maybe from your childhood or other times of your life which you've tried to ignore and just go on. No, we need to process these, heal them, so they can become the right vessel for blessings and love and good things from the universe to stay with us, to get those cups filled with good things. If they're broken, you cannot fill them with good things. Okay, so have a blessed week, and I'll see you later.